And welcome to everyone joining me live this morning here on International Women's Day. I celebrate all of you women and the men who support you in your endeavors and dreams in your life. And I'm here with a really special guest, a girlfriend. Sandy is coming in from Atlanta, Georgia, and we're going to have a really great conversation this morning. Welcome, Sandy.
Thank you for having me, Laurel. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, we've had some really good conversations before this, and you've been working through the online medium for some time, and there's so much freedom to it. We first met, you were in Jamaica, and we had some good conversation and talked about a lot of aspirations that we have for our businesses, and really that's how you work with women today too. So I just, for those of you who are watching, welcome. Thank you for joining us today on International Women's Day, but also for joining me to introduce you to Sandra. You know what, Sandy, I should have clarified that because I want to call you Sandra and I want to call you Sandy. Sandy, what do you want me to call you, or how do you want me to address you?
Well, you can call me Sandra. Sandy B is my name that I use on my podcast. So I do go by both. So a lot of my friends know me as Sandy B, and a lot of people know me as Sandra too. So either one that you're comfortable with.
Well, thank you. Because you have to be able to find you online, right? So thanks so much. So for those of you who are joining us live or on the replay, thank you. And if we haven't already met, I'm Laura Lee Lyon. I am the Client Attraction Queen. I love to show entrepreneurs how to get very clear on how they attract or repel their ideal clients and what's going on in that. That comes from my therapy background as a body language communication expert. And Sandra is joining us today from Atlanta, and she's an accountant turned coach.
Yes.
Author. How many books, Sandra?
So right now I have one out, Ignite the Goal Getter Within. I have another one that I'm excited about that's coming out at the end of this month, and I'm working on my next one. So it's an exciting time.
Fabulous. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that too. And Sandra is also a podcast creator with over 20 years experience in corporate America. And she's leveraged her professional experience and her optimism to offer accountability, life, and career coaching services to entrepreneurial women who want to ignite the dream that they're carrying around and maybe aren't acting on it. She's particularly passionate about her catering her coaching to women who are ready for the wins in their personal and professional lives. She encourages them to ignite the goal getter within. So Sandra is the host and creator of the podcast 90 Day Wins, and she discusses topics related to professional achievements, and it allows her and individuals and groups that she coaches to achieve their goals every 90 days. And I love that, Sandra. She's determined to serve the goal getters within you who are watching out there. So welcome. So Sandra, tell us about the corporate America and leaving corporate America and how that looked, and why you decided to take that turn on your journey.
Well, thank you for that question. I believe that I loved being an accountant, and I think I was really good at doing it. I was able to work at some amazing companies, travel the world, and really make an impact. And so I found that I would be achieving all these goals and be really excited about doing it, got the team all fired up. And I realized I could motivate people to appreciate change and to use that change to encourage them. And so as I was going through achieving all these goals, I thought, what about my goals? What about the things I desired? I found myself in a position where I was looking to sit for the CPA exam and I became miserable, literally miserable. I talk about it in my book. And I realized that, do I truly desire this? Is this truly what ignites the passion in me? And once I realized that, no, this doesn't excite me. I'm really good at it, but I desire to do more. I really enjoy encouraging people to see the possibilities. And I loved when my friends and family would tell me their goals, and they would tell me all the time, you encourage me, you inspire me, you believe in me. And so when I thought about that, I said, there's something more for me. It originally started with me thinking about and creating the podcast. And then when 2020 came around and my corporate position was eliminated, I thought, this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity for me to ignite my passion. And that's when I wrote the book, and I went to coaching training and I never looked back. I was just so excited to do what I was encouraging everyone else to do, to take that leap of faith and to really think about what I desired. And I put together my 90-day wins process, where you start with your vision and you think about what you desire and what you truly want to do. And then you plan it. You take the time to plan the 90 days out, and then you plan your monthly schedule and your weekly schedule. And one of the main points in that is you work with a trusted advisor. So the trusted advisor is a coach, is a mentor, is someone that you truly trust and who really believes in that journey that you are taking for your life. So that's essentially how I kind of came to this point where I am now.
Well, what I hear is that you're helping women move to a level of mastery in their life,
Yes,
right? Because you're helping them to get clearer, but also to take action, right?
definitely, definitely.
I often say mindset doesn't work. You know, because you have to put it to action.
You have to.
Those those dreams, those aspirations, those thoughts, but it doesn't work until you activate that. So what are some of the dreams of because you work with high level professionals
Yes.
and you've got a lot of experience with this. So what are some of your clients doing in their goal getting wins?
Yes. So one of my clients that I call my MVP, she initially was in a corporate setting. She was a VP and she was doing very well, but she loved art and she loved to paint. So it was in her part-time work, she would paint and really just hone her craft. She's self-taught artist. Her name is Tammy Gammon. And we would sit down and go through her 90-day wins. We would talk about her quarterly goals. Each week we met and talked about her desires, and she just continued to achieve her goals. I love to look back, and it's only 2 years, but the trajectory of how she's moved from doing shows and doing smaller events to now she's in West Elm in multiple cities, and she's working with amazing people. She's full-time artist now. So it's something about planning for the life you desire. And like you said, taking action, taking steps, taking risks. It's a lovely story. We were sitting down, we would meet on Mondays, and we sitting down talking about different plans she had. And we talked about, okay, well, I'm going to send this out. And at the time, Tabitha Brown she would do these unboxing of things that people would send her. And so Tammy and I plotted, and she talked about her different art that she would send. She changed her art into wearable art. And so she sent Tabitha Brown a package with a whole bunch of different things, from dresses to swimsuits to earrings that she custom made. And then Tabitha Brown opened it up. She wore a swimsuit and she talked about feeling beautiful as a woman and celebrating her body. And then she wore a dress on the Today Show, and that dress sold out within hours. And so it's so amazing to see someone actually go after their dreams and go through the plan with them. I think it's so special, Laurel, for my clients to share with me their goals. So many of us are afraid to, because of what family may think or friends may think, they hold you in a box. So you're afraid to share those deepest goals that you desire. And so to be that person, to encourage them to believe, to have faith, to say, yes, Tammy, put that in. And then to see it all come to life for her, it just ignites me. I have this saying that I say, we win together, because I truly believe it's a win when my clients achieve their goals and I get to be a part of that journey with them. So it's a lovely road that we get to take together.
So what are some of the obstacles or challenges that, before you meet them, that they're struggling with?
Motivation and confidence are two of the major things, because they desire to do this, but a lot of them have other responsibilities, whether it's being a mom to their children and trying to find that balance, or they are in a full-time 9 to 5 job and they truly have to create what they're working on in that 6 to 10 hours, working those later times. So definitely motivation, confidence, and time management. You have all these other things going on, but you truly desire to work on that project that's so passionate to you. So you end up spending a lot of hours. I remember when Tammy was juggling, and it's like, I was up until 3 a.m. painting. I was like, well, I need you to get some rest. Rest is good, So, and especially with high achieving women, that is a thing. We will burn the candle on both times. So self-care is extremely important. I talk about that often with my clients, because I want them to be healthy so they can do what they truly desire. So you have to make sure you find that balance, that place where you can do what you love, but you can also take care of your responsibilities. So believing in yourself, having that confidence, that's where that goal-getter mindset comes in. But definitely, like you said, taking action, planning for those things, and then being okay when you have to pivot and make a change. Your vision stays the same, but your plans will change. So if you understand as a goal getter that you will have to tweak the plans, you will have to maybe spread the time out. You will have to set sub goals before you can get to that ultimate goal, and being okay with that because you're focused on that vision that you have for yourself.
Well, there's the self-care, like you say, that's probably one of the greatest challenges for high achieving women, because
Definitely.
I can do it all, and because I'm really good at doing most things, I'm gonna, it always has to be at this level, right? And
Yeah,
so the self-care is usually the first thing that gets put to the back burner.
definitely.
And I have a top 5 list in business. I always did, and now it's my first thing in the morning. The number one is the hydration, then it's the body work. If it's a
Yeah,
yoga, or whatever, and so on.
yeah,
Because right, that's if the body's not working, like you say, the brain goes into overdrive,
yeah.
and then you're running on fumes, and you may be able to make your deadlines, but the body will go for a long time before it starts showing up the dis-ease or dysfunction. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You know all about that.
What would you say to women that are wanting to, you know, like if they're new to you,
Yeah,
say they're a new client, and for those of you who are watching, I'm gathering that you're hearing something here that speaks to you.
yeah.
What's the top list of things that they can do right now to start achieving their goals?
So I always talk about start with your vision. Literally take some time, write it down. I love vision boards. I encourage people to do that. But maybe you need to start with a list of here are the things that are important to me. Here's why this is important to me. And so when you think about your why, what do you desire? You have to start with what you want. And if you don't know what you want, take some time to think about what is important to you. What is your purpose? What do you desire to achieve? And you will get there. So once you are clear on this is my why, this is what I want, then take some time to think about who are the people that are going to help you get there. Who are the people that will encourage and inspire you? Maybe it's a girlfriend. Maybe you need a coach. Maybe you desire to have someone that will sit down with you and walk through those steps with you. So that's the step number two. And then also, it's very important to give yourself some grace. A lot of women will beat themselves up because they believe, oh, I should have done this 2 years ago. And that's not what you need to do to yourself. So give yourself some grace. Get out of the thought of procrastination. I talk all about it. I have a little ebook I put together. It's so important. You have to forgive yourself. Don't allow those negative thoughts to get to you and to hold you down. So once you figure out your why, you think about your plans and what you want to do and who will help you, then take a breath and allow yourself to be excited when you think about, I can do this. That mindset of goal getter, you believe you don't have to know all the answers. You just have to know you will do it and you believe in yourself. That's where that confidence comes in. And then you really get clear, okay, what am I going to do? And you bring it all the way down to the week. And you talk about this week. And I do this for myself. I encourage my family to do it. I encourage my friends to do it because when you have that roadmap, you can understand, okay, well, I thought I was going to get off at exit 50, but actually I should get off at exit 52. So when you have that roadmap, you can tweak as you go, but at least you have some direction. Because how many times do we talk about things we desire to do with our girlfriends or with our husbands, but those people are actually tired of hearing us talking about it. It's time for us to show what we're going to do.
Oh,
So that's when you talk about take that action, take that one step. You desire to lose weight, stop talking about it. Decide what you're going to do. Are you going to take a Zumba class 1 day a week? Are you going to commit to 3 days a week, getting in 3 miles before you go to work? What is it that you are committed to? And make the goal realistic. Don't say you're going to run a half marathon and you haven't run a mile. You want to have attainable goals. So that's the thing. You have to be realistic. You have to think about your vision, what you desire, and then you don't have to do it alone. Get with the people that are going to help you achieve that goal.
well, I love what you said. The top of the list, I would just say this is that you can only go as far as you know to go. So
Mhm.
all of us need a coach. So for those of you who are watching, the goal setter in you, if it's needing the support, and generally we do need the support, so you need to get with Sandra. Sure. Yeah. And the other that's so important is, that's that part of the mindset part that is kind of one of the things that festers in me, is that people talk mindset, but they don't take the action. I
Yes.
say zip it. Don't even talk about it. Go and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it, and then see what happens afterwards. I think we have
Yeah.
a lot of influence that comes in from the reality shows and the social media, going on there and asking questions online. Do you think I should I lose a few pounds? Should I do this? Should I go to Italy? Whatever. Just go and do it.
It's the worst. What I don't like is, and I see it a lot on Facebook, where people will ask the questions and it'll say, "Oh, you'll be married and you'll be engaged." Like, no, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Maybe you need to work on you so that person that you desire will come. So maybe you need to work on your mindset. What are you believing about yourself? How are you showing up in the places you are able to be? So it's really important that you take the time to understand what you desire and be honest with yourself, so you can hear that voice in your head, and then you can be able to share, if you choose, with the people that'll say, yes, I can help you. I know someone that can help you with that. I never knew you desired to do that. So yeah.
Yeah. We are The world we create comes
Mhm.
through the way that we think, and of course the influences.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we are a sum total of our environments. So
Yes.
exactly what you're saying, Sandra. So let's chat about how people can find you, but also about your program and what that looks like. Because I think you're unique in how you work with people in the program that you have.
Yeah, so I am about accountability. I think it's so important, like we talked about with the goal. So right now I have a couple things going on. I'm doing goal audits. So you created this vision for your life and now you're looking at your goals and are they attainable? So if you go to 90daywins.com, you will see where you can sign up for a goal audit. But then also I'm doing group coaching. I've been in a whole bunch of different networking groups and other groups, and women desire to come together and learn from each other, whether on Clubhouse or other places. So I've created these goal getter groups where we sit and we talk about what you desire. And it's something about being with women that are of like mind, that are motivated to help each other and learn together. So those are really exciting. I love those. So I have the accountability group and I have the goal getter group and I work within 90 days, but we start off with the first month to make sure you're clear on that vision, what you desire, what you would like to do. And then we move into, okay, so now you're in the goal getter group. Would you desire to have one-on-one coaching? Because then you have a flavor of how I work and how I can assist you to get to those next levels. And I love to see how people connect and how they're able to take that friendship that they've developed from the group and decide, okay, we're going to work together on our project. We have aligned projects and ideas and motivation. So I think now is the time where we are seeking the people that can align with our goals, right? And so it's an exciting time to be able to bring people together and encourage them to win together. I told you we win together. And so I'm excited to be in these spaces where I can encourage people to do just that, to find that tribe, if you would say, of people that encourage you. And like that's how I met you. I think it's so important to make sure we are creating the spaces we desire to be in and being a part of those and getting plugged into those people. So those are the things that I have going on right now. I'm also getting ready to do a procrastination challenge. I love doing those because it's so many women have so many thoughts about procrastination. And so it's good to encourage them to say, you can beat procrastination and win. And this is how you do it. These are the steps you take. So, yeah.
Oh, so you're going to do that through Facebook or what?
So I have a Facebook group, and last year I did do it a little bit with my group, but I'm still figuring out where it should be because I've been using
Oh,
Facebook a lot lately. So it may be Facebook. It may be through my
okay,
Facebook
well,
group.
very good. So I just want to say hello to those who are joining us live or on the replay. I'm here with Sandra, who's the 90-day goal getter winner.
Yes.
And she's joining us from Atlantis, and she works with high achieving women who want to bring what they've been putting on the back burner into fruition, into living their dreams, their desires. And so she's got some really great programs and great success because you've been doing this for a long time. So you don't get to this level by skipping grade school. I always say you gotta go the path, and really what you're talking about is mastery. So
Mhm.
thank you so much, Sandra. There's a couple of things before we go,
Huh?
because it is International Women's Day. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of dropping this on Sandra. So, is there a woman? I'm sure there is a woman that comes to mind,
Yeah.
aside from Oprah and your mom,
Yeah.
okay, that
Mhm.
has had impact in your life that you'd like to acknowledge today?
So do they have to be living?
No, no,
Oh,
actually,
okay.
yeah.
So my maternal grandmother, I think of her as the ultimate goal getter, and I think she was grooming me to dream bigger, to believe that I could do anything I desire to if I put in the work to. And so to know that she came from Guyana, South America, with her children, and she created this amazing life for her children and for her grandchildren, she inspires me. I think about her often. I meditate on the lessons she's taught me. And so when I think about a woman who inspires me, like that's my granny. She is always with me, always encouraging me. I will pick up something and it will remind me of her. And so when I think about, maybe I may be thinking that, how is this going to work? How am I going to do this? How am I going to take this leap of faith and go to Jamaica for a year? I think about her strength and her abilities to keep moving forward in spite of the challenges she faced, having young children, moving to another country, and doing so well for herself. So she inspires me daily.
And her name is?
Una Barker. That B is
Oh,
Sandy B. She called me Sandy. So she's always close to my heart in thinking about, who I am and who I desire to be and what I can do and how I can inspire. I've watched her. She was a woman of faith. And so each morning she was disciplined. She would do her prayers and devotions and she would weep and cry. But once she got up, Laurel, it was already done. She just had that faith to know that she was going to be okay. The people she prayed for would be okay. And she just moved with that energy and with that faith. And so that's something that I hold on to, that I hold dear to my heart. It's kind of like, what would Granny do? So you will hear me talk about her a lot on the podcast, and every so often I'll put little things up on my IG to encourage myself as I encourage others, because she was such an inspiration to me. And that faith, that faith to me is so important.
that is such a great story. I love her name,
Yes.
Una. So
Yeah.
today we honor Una,
Yes.
and acknowledge that the path that she cleared for you. And I always say, when we do the work on us, we heal 7 generations back and 8 forward, and we do the work for our sisters and our brothers, but our mothers, our grandmothers, and often those generations behind us
Yeah.
just did not have, they didn't live in what we live in today. So
Yeah.
our grandmas didn't go to the gym or spas, and they were busy, taking care of the grandchildren and putting food on
Yes.
the table. And
Yeah.
so I honor your grandmother today. It sounds so
Thank you.
beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much. And so, and my communication background in body language messaging.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to share with you is I do face reading as part of
Yes.
it. And one of the ways that I share that with my guests is showing something, bringing the awareness to a feature on you that works for your client attraction.
Oh,
And yeah, so there's a lot about you, Sandra, that shows the that feminine strength in you, and
mhm.
it's a lot of the round features.
Yeah.
So from the beauty industry, I knew that we squared men off and we rounded women up when we were working with styling hair.
Okay.
And so that masculine feminine is very much in you. The roundness in how you think shows in your hairline how you look at things from a place of compassion and caring. So your feminine strength really is there, and you have a great big heart chakra. So your people are attracted to you because they know that you're a great big brilliant mind. You've got the solutions for them, and you've got a great big heart.
Oh,
You'll deliver with heart.
I
Mhm.
love that. Thank you for that reading. That's special.
Yeah. So my pleasure. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone who's joined us live today. And if you're watching on the replay, we'll keep the feed live. So if you have questions, do type them in, and how to get a hold of Sandy. Sandra's going to post all of her links in the comments below, so you'll find them there. And we'll just keep this feed going live. So thank you so much, Sandra, for joining me and sharing your wisdom and spreading the word, for those high achieving women out there who are wanting to go to that next level and achieve their dreams.
Yes.
There's yeah. Thank you so much.